Yeah, hello everyone, and welcome to another day. It's been a while. It's been a while. Anyway, I want to talk about something today. Like the title of the video suggests, it does say the Den of Thieves. Okay, and just before I go into that, I'm going to make this a very short video. For those who do not understand, when I say that Paul took the words of the Bible out of not only out of context but misapplied them. Let me help you understand. In his own words now, Paul says that to those under the law, I became as one under the law, right? He says to those without the law, I became as one without the law. In other words, to those who were Jews, he spoke to them from the perspective of a Jew, right? He acted like he was a Jew trying to get them to Christ. To those who were Gentiles, he acted like he was a Gentile trying to get them to Christ. That's exactly what Paul said, okay? Now, so when I say that the words of Paul in the book of Acts 28 did not match the words of Jesus, absolutely yes, I am very correct, and that's not going to change. That's the truth, and we don't even care whether you accept it or not. It doesn't matter. But the fact of the matter remains that this is what is written, and Paul himself admitted to it. So if you're going to come on here and then you want to tag me as a false prophet, man, feel free. Personally, I do not care. I'll just block you. That's all. I don't have time for that. Why? Because these videos I'm only making them because I have been asked to do them. Like I keep saying in my videos, okay? I'm doing it to fulfill an obligation that's been given to me. Yeah, that's the reason why I'm doing it. But these pastors who want to keep coming on here to want to talk to us, it is you guys I want to talk to today, and that's why the video is titled A Den of Thieves. So let's go into it so that you can see yourselves in the word. Okay, so we'll be reading from Matthew chapter 21. I'm going to read from verse let's see, I'm going to read from verse 12. It says, Jesus entered the temple area. Okay, Jesus entered the temple area and drove out all who were buying and selling there. He overturned the tables of the money changers and the benches of those selling doves. I'm reading from the NIV. Then it says, it is written, he said to them, it's quoting Jesus now, it is written, my house will be called a house of prayer, but you have made it a den of thieves. I'll stop there. The rest are not relevant to what I want to say. And like I said, this is going to be a very short video. These preachers who come and try to tell us that we are false prophets or false teachers and all that, they make a lot of mistake because of they don't understand the books. That's the truth. What does John say in 1 John? He says, by this we shall know them, you understand, that of God. Those who confess that Jesus Christ has come in the flesh. And I'll explain that when he says in the flesh, it's not talking about that he was born in the flesh. It's talking about that he has come back from the dead in the flesh. That's what it says. It says, anyone who confesses that is from the Spirit of God. Anyone who does not confess that is the spirit of Antichrist, which you have heard is coming, and even already is in the world. It says, just as so many false prophets have gone out into the world. What am I trying to say? If you're going to talk about Jesus, and that's what we do here, we don't even talk about ourselves. We talk about Jesus as high priest in heaven. He has become a god after the order of the god Melchizedek, who is the mother. That's the honest truth. I mean, they don't even think, they are unable to think that Paul calls him the firstborn from the dead. Firstborn of who? The father and the mother, but they are unable, they don't have the capacity. I'm sorry I'm talking like this, and anyway, I'm not really sorry. It's just that these people have to be addressed. Those who think that they know, let them come and teach us. But don't come and call us false names and say, oh, we are false prophets and all that. It is you guys that Jesus is talking about in Matthew 21. And let me just help you understand that just as Jesus took the words of Moses out of context and applied it to himself, okay, and said that just as Moses lifted up the bronze snake in the desert, even so he shall be lifted up and he shall draw men to himself. Even so I am telling you today, that when Jesus made that statement in Matthew 21, he wasn't just talking to the people and the prophet. It was a prophecy speaking of what will go on in the church today. Look at all the churches around you. What are they doing? They've made it a den of thieves and robbers just to collect money from the people. That's all. People come every Sunday, every weekday. They tell them motivational stories. Oh, God is going to bless you and all of that. And they collect money from them. So what I just want to say, the reason I'm making this video, for those preachers who've come across our videos and they do not like what we say, I would advise you stay away from us. That's all. Because you will not like how we are going to respond to you. That's the truth. Because we will tell you the truth, point you in the right direction. And if you refuse it, then you have every reason to just stay away. When we leave this world, you will give an account to the Christ. Not myself. Me, I know what I am doing. When I leave, I'm doing this because when I leave, I want to be able to say, I did what you asked me to do. I didn't go and open a church somewhere and gather people to preach and put offering baskets and collecting money from people. You are all thieves and robbers. You've made the house of God a den of thieves. That's the honest truth. So that's the reason why I'm making this video. I'll come back again soon. So you guys just take care. Cheers. God bless you and bye-bye. Ciao.